Still making his way towards this mid tower, trying to get his souls back up and in the game. Really up to par. You went down a little bit there off that gank. Kronos been up top. I'm gonna have to say he's been getting a lot of free farm up there. He's only been completing, but we got Portson in the mid section. Polywog goes down, but CD Vindy in. And it looks like they're going to try to snag Soul Stealer, but now Magnus coming up the backside. He's got his stun, he's got an ultimate, and he gets Vindicated with the stun. And I don't know why he didn't charge up his ultimate right there, because they don't have any stuns right now in that mid lane. He would have been able to pull it off. And wow, a lot of graphics changes there on that Steam Bath. It looks a lot more kind of damaging, even though it's not, but it looks it, which is all that matters. Soul Stealer kind of diving into a little bit mid, trying to steal the deal on CD, but it's not going to happen. Well done by Magnus and Soul Stealer to really get out of that situation. Oh, Vindicator haste through and coming up on Magnus. Magnus in a bit of trouble here. He's going to go down. There it is. So Vindicator gets an easy kill on the side. No one really to help him out. And now the boards are even 8-8. MSI and PHB going at it. Kronos might be in trouble top, but now they're going in on Engineer. There's the stun slows. The turret comes down. Not going to do enough damage. Too many creeps. Soul Reaper in. Gets that heal off just in time to save, though. Well played there by Soul Reaper. Porting in. Perfectly timed. Engineer just got his ass saved to death. Soul Stealer back in the mid lane. Instantly coming off with the 2 nukes on Poly. Down half HP. And Soul Stealer back up to 30 souls roughly. But here we go. We got Kronos coming in the side. He's got his ultimate. Magnus already used his. No mana though for Kronos. And Soul Reaper still nearby. There's the bottle charge coming off for Mag. He's looking to get a stun up. He's got it. He's looking to maybe turn around and kind of kill Kronos here. There's the stun. I don't think he's going to be able to leap away maybe. Nope. And that's going to be a Soul Reaper kill. MSI Rexy going down on Kronos. And Polywog couldn't get up there in time. And we hit the 12-minute mark, and what a great game this has really turned out to be. 8-10 in kills. CD diving bottom, gets his conduit off a little bit, takes 3 charges from Pest. Sorry, what's up, P?
Yeah, I was gonna say that Kronos is definitely doing a good job with his farm. If you look at his creep kills, he's not quite leading the, but he's up there with his teammate. And you know they ought to keep their ganks on him because that's definitely their big carry for their team. So.
Oh, they know Polywog's here, and they're turning it on him. Soul Stealer's got his ulti. Polywog makes a run by the tower though, and now that's really gonna cut them off. Pestilence coming in bottom, thinks CD's alone, stuns both. No ultimate, that's a little bit interesting. CD's gonna pour it out safely here. Now turning on Vindicator though. Vindicator thinks he can take him as he thinks it's a 1v1. But it is not, and here comes the rest of his team, and he's down. Gank again for Magnus. Maybe looking to push his lane a little bit. And Magnus has really done a nice job at roaming. Gets in lane, gets a little bit of XP, then he's off and away, and he goes to look to just get ganks. I think that's really PHB's serious strategy. They really gank a lot, and I think, and you've said this to me many times, they're really finally bringing the ganking strategy over from Dota. But let's go top now. Engineer in a lot of trouble against Kronos and Demented Shaman again. Throws down his ultimate. Kronos using his as well, and it doesn't look like it's going to be enough, but Magnus is getting in. They might be able to pick off D-Sham. There it is. They're in on D-Sham. Kronos back in. Soul Reaper, no mana to nuke heal though. And now Magnus is going to go down if he just sits there. Stuns away though just in time. It's not going to be enough. Tongue-tied on the side. Trixie dub kill.
MSI is probably going to look to push this tower. They have Polywog's wards up. PHB needs to start stopping MSI now because MSI obviously has a really strong turtle team and they can just turtle like they're doing now. And I know they're going for ganks and they're keeping the kills pretty even, but that's just not enough.
Yeah, and the gold gap's really starting to increase now with that tower going down. Soulstealer contesting this mid tower. Looks like he's going to be able to snag that though, so that'll even out gold roughly. Give or take 2k, 1.2k. Soulstealer tongue-tied in the mid. Magnus in, stuns Vindy. Nuke's coming off. Soulstealer's got the ultimate. But instead he's just going to use the mana for the nukes, which is a lot better there, doing a lot of AoE damage there in Kronos and CD. Ooh. Vindicator manages to pull off a kill with the Sage's Lore though.
Yeah, Magnus probably should have held off there. I mean, they were just 2 on 4. They did do a great job at holding him off and not allowing them to get both kills, but too much of a clutch play by Magnus there and he got into trouble.
CD back in the mid, trying to pick up some free farm. They really need to get him putting out some DPS soon. Kronos picking up a Hungry Spirit. Having a rough time even killing these neutrals.
Yeah, there's no real big items so far in the game. Hungry Spirit on Kronos might be the biggest so far. Polly's fairly fast. He just picked up a glowstone right there. Probably gonna look for. Big
item development for Soulstealer. He picks up Assassin's Shroud. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh wow.
Well played by Phoebe there in the mid, assisted by his Magnus friend. Snagged an easy kill on Vindicator.
Of course, he would get the Assassin's Shroud as I'm talking about it, but.
Oh! Engineer tongue-tied and nuked instantly. Wards come down. Trixie with an easy kill up top there. That's a lot of power for Polywog Priest. And that's the old roster that we saw. Had the ability to really just solo gank anyone if he caught him off guard like that. And now he's really turned into more of a Rasta plus a lot more damage. CD in the mid with Mag. Oh, just missing that nuke there. Pops the Assassin
Soulstealer and Magnus are really kind of roaming together. They've been getting ganks off in the mid, like maybe 3 in a row now. But it's really starting to pay off because Soulstealer obviously bringing out Assassin's Shroud. His items are going to start getting pretty big here, and he's going to be a problem.
Engineer really hasn't left that top lane at all game, but now Pestilence pushing this bottom lane. He's got a port key, but Kronos dropping the ult on him. CD in, getting that corrupted conduit off. There's the flight though. In 1 second he's going to blink out. He's safe. And now let's go back mid where it looks like the Legion's going to try and get some ganks off here. Magnus coming up. No movement speed though. Oh! Pestilence in. Misses the stun. A little bit too far for him.
They probably would have been able to take that tower if Polywog's wards are on cooldown, but lucky enough for PHB, he had 20 seconds, so they had to back off there.
And now Soul Reaper putting up some wards, getting some good sighting for his team. Looking to counter ward, but an 18-minute port key for best, not too bad. And now looks like they're going to try and snag Kronos. He doesn't have enough mana to leap in that bottom lane. But it doesn't look like they're going to try anything. Just give Soulstealer some free farm on top of that amazing Assassin Shroud he's already had. Really did help him gank a lot there. Yeah, and if they're going to let him solo farm, that's going to be a huge, huge problem for them in the later game. And now counter warding from the Hellborn. Soulstealer pushing that bottom lane, and Engineer pushing that top lane, but it looks like the bigger damage is going to be from Soulstealer. We got to pour it in from top by Fresh to kind of cancel out that push. Soulstealer does half damage. He gets a Sage's Lore on him, and he just looks like he's going to let that drain his mana, which is going to be pretty costly because he won't be able to. Oh, he's got Bottle. He's just going to be able to Shroud away if he needs. Magnus starting to just pick up some solo farm finally from all the roaming he's done, but here comes the Hellborn. Kronos with an Elder Parasite. He has the ability to kill him. There it is. And now Vindicator's waiting for the